I would like to bring in a couple of categories here. The first one is the safety. So hello guys, welcome to DDM. So in today's video, before we look at the review of these handguards, I would like to tell you that there are two things which you have to keep in mind before installing these handguards in your Duke 250 or Duke 200. So the first thing which I would like to let you know is the spaces right over here. These spaces, I am not sure if you can see, this is your handlebar, this is your bar ends, and this is your spacer. You have to make sure that you have both the spaces, both on your right side and also on your left side. As you see, I don't have the spacer in my left side. So when you are fixing this, just make sure you have both the spacers. So if you do not have these spacers, what happens is, suppose if you do not have it in your right side, obviously you will not be able to twist the throttle. So in right side, mostly these guys will fix it. But in left side, if you do not have these spacer, right, what happens is, when you try to press the clutch lever, right, you see this kind of clashes with the handguards present over here, like this. See, sometimes it also gets struck if you have bad luck. So if you have the spaces over here, then it will slightly push this away, so you can have some room to move your clutch levers. So this is one issue which you might face, mainly because currently these spaces are almost out of stock in every KTM service center. It costs very less, it costs only 30 rupees, but again, it's out of stock in many places. So because of that, this problem might arise. So just make sure if you are getting this handguard, both the spaces are installed and not only on the right side. And coming to the second issue which you need to take care is this cabling. You see there is one cable right here with some insulation, and there is one small cable right here. So this is your throttle cable and this is your switch cable. And coming to this side, you have your clutch cable and you also have your switch cable right here. Make sure the clutch cable goes above this handguard and the switch cables go below the handguard. Here also, just make sure that apart from these brake cable, all the cables, the throttle cable and the switch cable, they all go below the handguard installation. So this is your handguard installation, right? This black thing, it goes below that, like this. Okay, so just make sure that it goes like this. Just make sure that it doesn't go above this. So if it goes above that, then there will be a disturbance in your throttle. So what typically happens is, when you start your motorcycle, as these cables run over these handguards, if you move your handlebar to one side, suppose like this, then this throttle gets pulled somehow because of the pressure, and the RPM suddenly increases to 4000, 5000, 6000 RPM. And this will happen without giving any throttle input. Let me show you if possible. So make sure this problem is not at all there, because more than this is going to be really a life-threatening situation, because when you're taking sharp turns or something like that, your engine will rev out of your control. So with that said, I think we can get into the content right now. First gear slotted in. Hey, did you look at these shoes? I think I've posted this sometime back in my Instagram that I'm going to use these Orazo shoes, and I'm going to tell you how it behaves in terms of safety and in terms of comfort. Anyway, as for riding boots go, you have to use it for some time till it breaks in, and then it will be comfortable for you. I've been wearing and using this for a couple of days to make sure that it fits to my feet. So yeah, after a couple of long trips, I can probably tell you how that is. So regarding the spacers, as I told you that this is out of stock for quite some time in KTM service stations. Today I finally got a call from these guys that these spacers are available. So right now I'm heading to KTM Kontapur to fix these spacers in this motorcycle. So let me do one thing. Let me just cut the clip right here and show you when I get to the KTM service center. Alright, we have reached the KTM service center. Oh wait, they've actually shifted the service center to the basement, not here. So let me park the bike here and call somebody. But this is that bar end which I reviewed some time back. It does look cool and all, but this is totally useless. So this is the new service station which they have set in the basement. Earlier this was all Bajaj. So now we have KTM here. Huh? Sure. How are you, sir? It's been a long time. DDM. You forgot, huh?
How are you, sir?
Good. Business ela jarugutundi. No, that's definitely fine. That's definitely fine. I'm there in my helmet, right? You can't recognize.
Someone match.
That's okay. The GM of Varun Motors is a good friend of us, and that's him. 32 rupees. I told you, right? These things cost very, very less. Just left side button. Oh, correct set ayinda?
Set ayinu.
Inta space undante? Dinki.
Gap vastunda.
Inta gap vastada ante? Aha. Gap లేదు బ్రో. దాంట్లో అయితే గ్యాప్ లేదు. తక్కువ వస్తాయి కానీ ఈ గ్యాప్ కొంచెం ఎక్కువ అనిపిస్తుంది. అది రివర్స్ పెట్టాలేమో. ఓకే. So now, is it a problem? No. So there is quite some distance between this lever and this handguard. Yep. Slack is also fine. 32, na? 36, sir. There. Open, thank you. So we have finally fixed the spacer after quite some time. I think it's been like this for almost a month, I think. Yeah. So finally we have fixed it. What a relief. So coming to these handguards, are they really helpful? See, by the word helpful, I would like to bring in a couple of categories here. The first one is the safety. Is this really safe? A bit. That's what I would like to tell, because these handguards, right, these are basically built out of plastic. As you see, this is like pure plastic. So in case of a serious fall, this plastic will definitely break, and sometimes this can go and damage these levers as well. And if that happens to you, then with a broken lever you will be stranded out of nowhere. So safety wise, it's not really helping that much, and it won't really help that much. So safety wise, I wouldn't recommend this handguard at all. And coming to comfort wise, yes, this works to some extent, because as this covers some portion of your hand, like if you see, it covers some portion of my hand here, right? So because of that, if I'm driving in a cold weather, like early morning rides during the winter and all that, and at that time it kind of protects my hand from cold air. So in that way it's really helpful. And also to keep in mind, if you have to protect yourself from cold weather, you should also make sure that these handguards are parallel to your hand. See, I have set it exactly like that, but when KTM actually gives you the vehicle with the handguard, they usually position it slightly lower, something like this. So at that case, it's not going to really protect you from cold weather. So you might have to ask them to keep the handguards, or to place the handguards exactly parallel to your fingers. So that's what you should ask them to do. So if you do that, it's going to protect you a bit from the cold weather. So that I can guarantee. And coming to the looks of it, this looks really good in my eyes. So I have got the orange color, there is also a white color, and now we also get the black color as well, because the black color is the one which goes default in the adventure models, both the 250 and 390. So we are getting the black color as well. So you have 3 color options in this from KTM. And also this one costed me lesser than 1200, I believe. So cost wise, these handguards are still the best for looks and for providing some amount of comfort. So you can definitely go for this if you have a KTM bike, and also if you don't plan on doing off-roads and all that, you can definitely go for this, because off-roads is where you will fall every now and then. So So if you're going to really fall, and if you are thinking that these handguards will protect you, it won't. So if you're looking in that aspect, you can ignore this handguards. And if you would ask me, I want to take my Duke off-roads, and I would like to know if there is any other handguard which will really help me with that. Yes, there are many, and the one which is really famous in India would be Barkbusters. So if you have a retailer who sells a Barkbuster handguard, try to get that, and try to see if that's the one with the steel hinges over here. So instead of the plastic in this region, it will have steel. Because if you are having those steel handguards, right, when you fall, it's really going to protect you to a really good extent, because it will not break, it will only bend a bit. So in that way, you can really go for those handguards instead of this. So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. As usual, if you like the video, give a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, put that in the comment section below. And if you want to discuss anything in detail, just ping me in Instagram. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe to our channel and click that bell icon next to it. See you next week with another video. Till then, stay safe and ride safe. Bye bye.